There was one other thing that I forgot to mention in my previous videos. I didn't really mention anything about the actual connector that goes to the keyless entry module. This is an 8-pin MetroPack 280 connector. And I didn't really show those pages in the factory service manual, but I figured I would just read off the part numbers in case anybody else is interested. Mauser still has these parts as of the making of this video. The actual connector here is part number 12064998. And the way this works is the connector actually has two of these little blue things that you insert into the top and the bottom here after you put the pins in. And what they do is they hold the terminals in place. They're called TPA, which I believe is Terminal Position Assurance. So they're also just a part you can buy on Mauser. The part number is 12064999. So the part numbers are right next to each other. I had a really hard time actually looking up the info to find out what these part numbers should be. So I think I had to go back and find some older Delphi connector catalogs where they happen to mention this particular one. It's kind of hard to navigate their site, especially after they became Aptiv, I think is their new name. So I just wanted this info out here in case anybody else wants to try making this harness like I did. So I still haven't been able to figure out what's going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and resolder all of the solder joints on the remote keyless entry module. Well, this is a really goofy setup, but I think I've got it. I've got the keyless entry module over here, and this is like a harness that came with the module that somebody cut out of a different car. So I've got it wired up, so 12 volts is coming here onto these two pins, which are going to pins, I think, A and D. And then ground is going right here to whatever pin ground was that I don't remember off the top of my head. And then this is the programming connector right here. And I got both these going to my bench power supply. So I'm going to turn it on. And we can see it's drawing basically no current, which is good because I don't want it to drain my battery. So now I'm going to take the programming connector and connect it to ground. And you can hear everything clicking there. Now I'll grab my keyless entry module, my key fob, pressed it. And we'll program this one. And they've both been programmed. So now we'll go ahead and remove the programming connector. And now if I press unlock, you can see that relay. That relay works for the rear window release, and then clicking the door button doesn't do anything, but you can see that it draws more current whenever I press it. So, and then I'll try my other fob here. So I think this is going to work. All I had to do was go onto all of these solder joints on both this board and the board underneath and heat them all up and add a little bit of new fresh solder. So I think there must have been some kind of cracked solder joint somewhere. So now I'm gonna install it. Well, it's raining right now, but you know what? I just can't resist trying this out right now after I figured it out. So this is gonna be a little hard for me to record plugging this in, so I'm gonna plug it in and then come right back to you. Okay, and the module is now plugged in, so let's try it out. Got my key fob here. If I press unlock, well, first I'll press lock. Look at that, it locked it. We'll press unlock. It unlocked the first one, press unlock again. I can't see, but it did unlock all of them. We'll press lock now. They're all locked, it works. So I think I am good to go now. I'll try my other fob here. Unlocked, unlocked the first one. Pressing again unlocks all the rest of them. And I can verify that the back doors are locked. We'll press lock. And all 4 of them are now locked. I'll press the rear liftgate release, but it won't work. I can hear it try. I could hear that it tried, so I just need to fix whatever the problem is with the mechanism. This is friggin' awesome. So I guess that really concludes this series. I just have to find a place to store this in the vehicle now. Thinking maybe just right up under here. But I'll figure something out. It actually does work now. So I just wanted to go over a couple last little details. It works. And I've got all these panels back in here. They're a little bit loose. But basically, I have the keyless entry module right up here. Really wishing I would have made that cable a little bit shorter. In fact, I might go back and shorten it. Because it's way too long and it's really hard to shove all that looped up cable up underneath the dash. This panel kind of feels like it's being forced down a little bit more than I'd like, but it all fits. So that's all I really care about. So the keyless entry module works. Second press of it unlocks that. Locking unlocks all. So again, the first press of unlock unlocks this window, this door. The second press unlocks all the other ones. And there was one other thing I wanted to show off here. I got my rear window working too. So I'm gonna press this and it came loose. So the only thing that was wrong there was it needed a little bit of WD-40. Now it's working great. So now my keyless entry module is fully installed and working great, and I'm really excited. Thanks for checking this out, and let me know if you have any questions about how I did this. If you want to do this, I can give you all the info that I needed. Thanks.